So you ready?
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's your boy Chad Ride. We back, baby. Hey, welcome back to the hashtag I Am Who I Am podcast. This is episode, give me a second. See, 67, 68, 69. And I know y'all thought I'd do something crazy on 69, like, something stupid. You know what I'm saying? But like, I got some intelligent voices to talk to. Like, it's not just crazy. It's not just playtime. But if y'all not listening, if y'all not watching, if y'all not liking, if y'all not commenting, if y'all not subscribing, what I'm gonna do? I gotta bring out something to get y'all to watch it. I got to. So I don't understand like where the disconnect is or what you think support is. But like, I'm coming with something right now. Like, we about to get some really intelligent conversation. So subscribe, baby, to the channel, baby. Chad Ride TV, baby. But this gentleman, man, I've been watching him. I caught him on the Facebook. He was doing some spoken stuff. Hold on. I could rewind it, but I'm gonna go to when I was like, man, he really is dope. Like, he really is dope. I wasn't sure how dope he was, but I was like, man, he really is dope. You see what I'm saying?
I appreciate you, big dog. I appreciate you.
Hey, I'm for real, man. I'm just being honest. And when I saw it, man, I was like, wow. So he came to us with something. I forgot what we was going through at that particular moment, man. Like 2021 been crazy, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
20 and 21. So when I saw that, I was like, wow, man, he does that too. So I inboxed him. I said, hey, brother, we definitely need to talk. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't ready even then. I wasn't ready for real. That's real talk. I wasn't even ready then. So, we've been connected ever since then. We're going to how we met and all that jazz, because it wasn't that. That ain't how we met. But if you don't care, man, please introduce yourself to the people, if you don't mind.
Hey man, I'm just happy I'm able to make the show, man, because I've been trying to get on this show for a little minute, and you finally slapped me in. You feel me? So I just appreciate for me be able to be on here. So I've been following you for a minute, man, and once I saw you doing the podcast, I was like, bet, let's make this happen. We've been talking about this, and we doing it. So I appreciate you and your consistency and what you doing and helping out the culture, bruh. So my name is Colber Prosper. I'm originally from the 954 Broward County, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the bottom. You feel me? If you're looking for the realest, now you know where to find us. And I am the CEO and founder of a management consulting firm, Prosper Partners International Consulting Firm. And we are a network of 30 plus consultants that help people work better together. We like to call ourselves do-gooders. And the way we do our work is providing professional development and facilitating strategic planning processes for our clients to reach their goals. So that's what I do. That's where I'm from. And everything in between, that's what we about to find out.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. For sure. So I'm going to jump right into it then. How in the world did you make it to Blount County? How do I know who you are, man? You from the bottom, man. How do I know who you are, man?
Bruh, so long story short, so I used to I played football in high school, and so I wanted to extend my career. Like, I felt like I didn't really do what I wanted to do in high school, so I was like, man, let's go try to see if I could play in college. But it wasn't like football in college and everything. Playing football in college wasn't something like in the forefront of my mind, because I had grades, so it wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had my senior year could have been better. So I was like, oh man, let me see if I can extend my career a little bit, really end on a high note. And so I got recruited by Maryville College. The coach reached out to me, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, man, because we know each other.
Yeah. Please do.
So he was like, "All right, we'd like for you to come through, and we'd like for you to come play here, but also come to the schools because I did have the grades." And so he reached out to me, whatnot, and then I was talking to admissions, whatever, and they was like, "Oh, could you take the SATs again?" Right? And so I already took it like twice. You know what I'm saying? And so Maryville College at the time was top 10 private school in the South. You feel me? So I had to my scores wasn't very high, at least enough for Maryville. So they said we need you to do a 20-point jump. I'm like, 20 points, bro, on the SAT. I took already 2-3 times, bro. You don't jump like that on that.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I was like, all right, I'll take it again. And so, I prayed to God, man. I said, God, if you want me to go to this school, because I had other opportunities. I could stay in Florida. I could have went to this other school. I had a full ride over here. So I was like, God, if you want me to go to the school, I'll take this test again. If I get the points, if I jump the points, whatever, I'll go. So I take the test again, bro. I jumped 40. And I was just like, well, that's the decision. So that's how I made it to Maryville College, and got recruited to play football there. And that's how I made it to Blount County, bro. And yeah.
That's what's up, man. I heard you mention several times you had the grades. But then you said
yeah, man. I was in magnet program. I think my parents they from the island of Haiti, bro. Education is big.
Yeah.
So they weren't playing around, bro. So I was in a magnet program, honors program. So I mean, I had to do what I do, but I had problems with my parents. So
yeah.
I think I had like a 3-point something GPA, and so
so the GPA and your SAT scores are different.
What'd you say?
Your GPA and your scores on tests are different. Getting into school.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
sir.
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah, because your GPA is pretty much a cumulative of the grades you had in high school, right?
Well, yeah. Now I'm dealing with that now because, like, in high school, I wasn't nothing. Like, for me to show up was like dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'd be there. No, I'll take that. I'll take that back. I'd be there. I just wouldn't be there on time or with any type of preparedness of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just showing up to graduate. You know what I'm saying? I only graduated for my family, for my grandma. My grandmama really wanted me to graduate high school. You know what I'm saying? She really wanted, and I graduated college.
Yeah.
I did exactly what she wanted me to do. But what I was asking was, like, when you was talking about the scores, man, it kind of took me back to when, like, I needed this score to get into this university. So if you could, like, talk to me, like, do you think college is still important? Like knowing what we went through dealing with, like, test scores and averages and all of that. Like, do you think college is still important for today's youth?
So, man, I think that's a good question. A couple of different things when I was thinking about this. So I got my master's in higher ed administration, so college administration. So pretty much working in colleges and universities and being an administrator in that. And so on everything, bro, when we talk about the history of American colleges and university, it wasn't built or made for us. You already know what that is. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't made for us. It wasn't built for us. You know, our people was, it was against the law for our people to read. You know what I'm saying? So when we look at that history, it really sets the stage on how difficult it is for access for people of color in colleges and universities. Now, is it essential? I don't think
that's the question. That's the question. So is it like, so me? I got 3 girls, 3 daughters. Mm-hmm. One is all white, and then I got 2 mixed babies, black and white. Mm-hmm. So I'm asking you, like, when I'm raising the 2 that's black and white, should I push them towards school education, or should I try to push entrepreneurship on them, like now, like people do schoolwork?
I'd say both, bro. Because it's really, you got to be a.
Well, then scratch the second part. Scratch the second part. Let's say I wasn't capable to push them another direction. Let's say I didn't feel like I was capable, but getting to college was the American dream. Should I push them to school?
All right, I think.
I don't know what I got playing in the background, cuz my bad. Oh, that's me. That's us. We good.
So when we look at the way things are set up after college, people after high school, people got to do something.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's just the way where things are set up. Now, whatever that something is, I think what colleges and universities do, they provide a network, right? So you're plugged into the people who went there.
Yes, sir.
And then the people that you run with there, those are probably the same people you still clicked up with until now. And so that network is what's going to take you to the next level, those are the people that's going to look out for you. So I don't think everybody needs to go to colleges and universities, but what you need to do is connect to a network. And so if that could be an association, that could be a union, that could be A, B, C, D, whatever you choose to do, you got to be connected, because the opportunities that you get is straight up other people looking out for you.
Wow.
So
hey, could you? I hate to interrupt you, because you preaching that gospel. You preaching that gospel. Could you repeat that what you just said about the networking?
Well, the people, if whatever network you can connect to, those people are the one that's going to put you on. They're going to look out for you. They're going to show you where you need to go. They're going to point you in the right direction, and they're going to tell you when you're tripping. So whatever you do after high school, do something, but get plugged into something, because those are the people that's going to look out for you.
That's what's. Man, I gotta make sure it's recording, man. I be making so many mistakes. I can't make one this time. It ain't. I'm just messing with you. You know. So that smile. So let's talk about like how we met, man. That smile, man. That laugh. So we both at a good friend of ours' wedding. You know what I'm saying? And we just get introduced. You know what I'm saying? They taking us through rehearsal. We really ain't talking really yet. You know what I'm saying? We really ain't doing much. We just going through the motions, right?
Man, you was busy being fresh. Hey. I'm still beefing you from that wedding, bro. You still busy being fresh, man.
Hey, I do like to get fresh, ladies and gentlemen. I do like to get fresh. But hey, he was fresh. Everybody was fresh, man. We was clean out that thing. It was wedding day, man. And I was cutting for a bodybuilding show. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm drinking waters, man. I ain't really drinking, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really kicking it, you know what I'm saying? But this guy, man, hit him with that laugh, man. I wish I could make you laugh real quick, man. You see what I'm saying? That laugh, man. That laugh. We backstage, man. We getting ready for the show, man. And this the first song that got it. I was like, man, why he seemed like real, I'm gonna say it, real nigga, man. He ain't fooling with your boy Chad Rob. So I finally played that 50 Cent. What song is that? I'm the Man.
Oh man.
I play that finally on the because I'm the DJ.
Yeah.
I'm the man. You know what I'm saying? I finally played that 50 Cent, not Jay-Z. Not none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find a way. Everybody don't know on the podcast. I don't really fool with Jay-Z. But I'm playing 50 Cent, man. I don't really fool with 50 Cent, but and he's like, yeah, hey, replay that, man. Man, run that shit back. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, it paused on my screen, man. My bad. Hey, we yeah. But man, talk to me, man, a little bit about making that transition from like Florida to bottom to Blount County. I said all that to say that, ladies and gentlemen. My bad. This is the hashtag I Am Who I Am podcast. This episode 69. So we might do some little strange things around here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, talk to me a little bit about that, man. Coming from the bottom to Tennessee, Blount County.
It was a culture shock for me, bro, on multiple levels. I think one, from big city, you know what I'm saying, suburban area, metropolitan area, coming to Blount County, everything's slow, everybody just taking their time, man. Everybody got a different vibe. I got to campus. First time I got to campus, it was orientation, and I'm just looking, and I ain't really saying nothing or doing nothing. And this dude just off the blue just started talking to me, older dude. And I'm from the city, bro. I'm like, why are you talking to me, bro? Like, I didn't even understand it, bro. But like that's how everybody goes, and especially when we talk
Southern
about Tennessee.
hospitality. That's the Southern hospitality part of it.
Yeah. He
That's the
started
Southern
talking to me, trying
hospitality
to.
part of it. Yeah.
I'm looking at him sideways. He probably thought I had a little attitude, but you know what I mean. Like if I don't know you, from the city.
Yeah, I got a homeboy from Ohio. He the same way. Yeah, he the same way.
Yeah, so that being that, so I just had to really also, man, it's also, I mean, when I coming from South Florida, bruh, like I identify as Haitian African American, bruh. So you talking about South Florida, man? It's so diverse, so many different types of people coming from different parts of the world, and then come to Tennessee, man, and not see that diversity in that sense, that ethnic diversity, that racial diversity, bruh. I didn't interact with a lot of white people growing up. Not that I didn't. Not saying that was a bad thing. It's just you interacted with so many people.
Well, I came from Nashville. I'm from Nashville originally, and I remember going from a school with 3 white people going to the school where I'm the only black person.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I made that transition too. So I understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. So I didn't, and then different people, different cultures. So I'm trying to operate. I figured out. Long story short, man, I realized that I couldn't operate the same way if I wanted to be successful in that context, in that situation.
No,
you know what I'm saying? So, and yeah, man, there's this one time, especially colleges and universities, and we had small school, and so people talking about people, and where I'm from, if you got something to say, you go straight up to the person and say what you got to say. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, I did that. So somebody was talking about me, and this one young woman said something about me. And so I'm trying to swap it out. Let's figure out what's going on. Yeah, bruh, I stepped up to, I said, so what's up? I heard you saying A, B, C, D, blase.
Yeah, I already
let me know what's going on. And I wasn't mad or nothing like that, but I'm just like, let's figure this out between the both of us.
Yeah, right now. Yeah. Immediately.
Bruh, when I tell you she was scared, bruh, like it was fear in her eyes, bruh, and I was just like, oh snap, this is different.
No, I understand.
And so I had to step back and just observe, because I was like, oh, this is a different game. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did, man. I spent a lot of time just looking and watching, bro, trying to figure out how people move, and then figure out what I need to do to be successful in that situation, in that context.
Wow. That's hard, cuz. It's hard because I know exactly what you went through, and it's probably way different coming from like the bottom. Like I went to the bottom to school. I went to Florida to college. You know what I'm saying? So I know exactly what you were looking at. Then you make the transition up here. Like I came from just 3 hours away, and I know what the transition was. Like a lot of people say I don't remember what the transition was, but I do remember what the transition was. You know what I'm saying? That was shock for me. Like black men don't get credit for nothing. We've been through it all. But I've been through something myself too. But like, so just kind of like lighten it up some, man. But if I could ask you your top 5 rappers of all time, in order though, they got to be in order, man. Like, and 5 being like, so hold up, cuz. So like 5 being like, yeah, I fool with them. They number 5. Number 1 though, that go to that one. And I'm asking for your favorites though, like not nobody else's favorites, man. Like your favorites, man. In order, man. Top 5.
Killing me, bro.
Hip hop. It could be hip hop. It could be hip hop. It's okay. It could be hip hop. Yeah, take your time, man. Take your time. Hey, you as a guest here on the podcast, man. This episode, dang, what I say? This 69. We didn't go like you thought we was gonna go. We didn't go that way, man.
Oh man, I hip hop, it's all about region, right? I'm from the South, hey, so
talk to me.
So
we don't judge over here at the hashtag I am who I am podcast. We don't judge. We ain't no judges over here. We don't judge, man.
Okay. And I'm gonna preface time frame, right?
Hey, so it's fine.
Number 5, I'll give Old Yeezy.
Okay.
All right. Number 4, T.I.
Okay.
Uh,
And Yeezy, you meant Weezy, the old Weezy.
Kanye.
Okay, that's what I thought you meant. So okay, I'm just making sure. So
The
Yeezy,
old-
you meant
yeah.
Yeezy, the old Yeezy,
Yeah.
before he was
Yeah.
Yeezy. Kanye.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah. 4. That's 5 and 4.
We got 3.
Yeah. Yeezy,
bruh.
T.I. Yeezy's the first to the podcast too, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to say when he said Regis, I wanted to believe that he was gonna say Weezy, but he said Yeezy, ladies and gentlemen. I thought he said Yeezy. I was like, man, I don't want to be editing, wondering. So I was like, let me just go ahead and ask now. You can keep thinking, man. You know, it's all good on here on the podcast. We got T.I. 4.
And then so we talking about 3 now.
Tough question, man. It's a tough question, and it's random. So like,
yeah. So I got Yeezy, then I got T.I. I think what I'll say next is
who you got?
Old Weezy.
Okay.
Lil Wayne.
Okay.
That's 3.
Yeah, that's 3.
Right.
That's 3. Yeah, that's 3. Yeah, that's 3. That's 3.
And then I've got Jeezy all day, bro.
Oh, Jeezy is that's my he
Thug
might be
motivation, bro. Thug motivation, bro.
Might be the greatest album of all time.
Bruh. That 103 though?
Because it may be the greatest album of all time. Because Jeezy said this. This is what got me hooked to Jeezy. And this is the corniest line. But he say, save your ammo, don't waste it. Got him dodging bullets like we in the Matrix. Damn. I said, wow. What is that? But I mean, it had nothing to do with the words. But like, what are you thinking about?
Right.
What is on your mind?
One of my favorite lines, man, is you need a reality check. You better check reality.
I said, whoa, that's what I'm saying, Jeezy.
And I think with Jeezy, man, his authenticity, bro. He's gonna always be him.
Well, yeah, that's it, and that's it.
You're gonna feel him, bro. You're gonna feel him.
So that's so we got 1 and 2. That's tough spots.
Number 1's a 3-way tie, bro.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you can have that. So give me number 2 there. Give me number 2
okay,
there.
so we got Kanye number 5. We got T.I. number 4. Number 3 is Lil Wayne.
Oh, so no, 2 is Jeezy.
2 is Jeezy, right?
Wow.
Jeezy's 2, bruh. And number 1, bruh, it probably goes back and forth between J. Cole, Big Crit, and Wale. So right now, Wale put J. Cole, Big Crit put which one put the latest album out? Big Crit put the latest album out.
Big
So that's
Crit,
on
I love Big Crit, man. I love Big Crit.
People sleep on him, bro.
I love Big Crit, man.
Bro, you heard Mount Olympus, bro?
He might have perfected Pimp C. He might have perfected Pimp C's sound.
Bro, my homeboy was like, hey, there's this rapper. And this is when he was on mixtapes. He's like, Pimp C. Who was a conscious rapper? Common. and Andre all in one. I was like, what? Is that possible? He got it, bro. He got it.
Man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Man,
but I'm biased. I'm from the South. So,
man, yeah, that top 5 was genuine, man. That's what we want here. We want your top 5. You know what I'm saying? It's not about anybody's top 5, but your top 5. But man, so to get back serious, man. So I know the hardest part of the whole American dream is jumping off the porch. Like when we came up, the American dream was get a 9-to-5 job, support your family, your wife, your kids. Right? That's our generation, right?
Right.
And what I've learned is like apparently all generations change. That's what creates the difference between successful people and non-successful people. Because our generation was taught what was already behind. So now we're trying to live up to what's behind, and now our women leaving us, our children leaving us, our jobs leaving us, our everything is leaving us because we're on this behind timeline of like we're worried about what the 60s, 70s, 80s did, 90s, but now it's a new time, like things change. So the hardest and the most difficult part of this journey is stepping out. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying like me, I work a job. And fortunately enough, I'm able to record this podcast and not get too much flack for it. You know, I know people see it, but I don't get a lot of flack for it, like as far as meaning it, I'm worried about my job. But a lot of people may not work a regular job or may just be having to jump off the porch straight into entrepreneurship. And I know you are really familiar with that subject. And I really would like to get like, if you could start it off by just telling, how did you jump off the porch? Because that's the hardest part, man.
Yeah, man. And yeah, man. I think so. When I was at Maryville College, one of my best friends, one of my aces to this day, bruh. He and his dad was an entrepreneur, is an entrepreneur, and so he put me on to, you know, making your own money. You know what I'm saying? We had a little moving business in college. And so we did things like that. And so he put me on to that. And I was like, all right, bet. And, you know, come from South Florida, everybody had their little side hustles. So I had work here. So it wasn't new to me to, you know, try to figure out how to bust a lick, come up on something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Legally.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we using slang. We using slang because we like all type of watchers, viewers. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like it's all legit, but it's slang talking. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So that's where I kind of get my mind, and then I got another homie that he's all about business, and so he's kind of like started, because my background is education, so I don't have an MBA, I don't got a business degree, but my homeboy does, so he's put me on. And then I had a professor, man, Dr. Lee Davis, the truth, bro, white dude, the truth, and he took me down to the Blount County government building, and had me registered my our little company in college. You know what I'm saying? So he showed me like how to do that. You know what I'm saying? So he was just like, this is what you do, this is how you, and so I respect him, man, all day, every day. And so those are the kind of things I was kind of playing in my background. And so I go to school, I'm in school, I go to grad school, and bro, I end up in New Hampshire working at this school. And so my graduate degree, my areas of emphasis were multicultural affairs, student athletes, and political engagement of college students. So those are my focus areas. And so I'm running this multicultural center at this school, and bro, we were being successful as an office. But bro, they wasn't giving us nothing, giving us a hard time, bro. And bro, it was tough because I left Tennessee, went up there, and so my students are being harassed, being discriminated against. I am. Everybody feeling it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And
that's
so,
deep, man, that's hard, man.
Yeah, and so I was talking, and so I wanted to be in a place where I could be my authentic self.
Yeah.
And also, man, be in a place where I can shine my light, because I didn't want to continue having to dim my light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was curious on how bright can I shine, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I was curious to see, like, am I good as I think I am, or how good can I get? You know what I'm saying? And that environment wasn't letting me.
That's what this podcast is, man. It's like, that's what it's preaching. Like, what? Like, you don't want to live with what if. But yeah, keep on going. I ain't mean to interrupt you. I can't sleep at night like, what if?
We conversating. We politicking right now, so it's nothing. And so that's why I was like, man, I was having a hard time showing up, being my true self and my authentic self, and also being acknowledged for, bruh. When we talk about research and when we talk about knowing your stuff, bruh, I was all over that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I read academic articles for fun, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
and not being respected in that sense as that colleague of knowing, because they don't think we could do A, B, C, D all the
I
way down to
understand.
Z. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I
Add some
understand.
numbers
Trust
in there
me.
too.
Yeah, no, I understand. It's a C on my. It's a C even on my hat.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what the things I wanted, and so I was like, man, what's up, God? Like, this ain't what we talked about. This ain't what we nothing, bro. Like, this ain't part of the plan. What's going on? And you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta talk to God, like, what's up? Like, what's good? And in that moment, bro, clear as day, bro. As the sky is blue and the water is wet, bro. God was like, you know what you're supposed to do, but you ain't doing it. You scared. And
Ooh, that gave me chills right there. I'm cold,
bruh. So I realized I was in the way.
No, I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing, but that's maybe the hardest thing I've ever heard. So hold up. I'm listening.
So I get up, bruh. I was just like, at the end of the day, I don't want to live in a world where, and I don't want to, at the end of my days, I don't want to be like what was my potential? Could I have reached my potential? Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to live like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so
I know exactly what you're saying, Kimpo.
Brushed myself off, and I said, all right, what do we need to do? You know what I'm saying? And so one of the things I had to do was really like boost my faith, because to jump out, bruh, you know what I'm saying? Like I had a good job, bruh. I was running the office. I was making good money for where I came in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had to really like boost my faith. So I started getting into the word and doing and meditating and just looking at other people, reading other things, just trying to figure out what to do, whatever. And then, long story short, man, I left there, whatnot. I end up living with my sister for a little bit, and so I'm trying to figure out what to do. I'm looking for jobs, whatever. I'm trying to find out what to do. And then I talked to one of my mentors, Mr. Joe Tolliver, and he was like, "All right, work on your business," because I was doing consulting. I opened my consulting firm back in 2011. So I had it already open, but I was doing it on the side. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so my mentor was like, and then my homeboy Earl Coleman, they both were like, all right, work on your business. In the meantime, between time, if you get another job, you get another job. If not, at least you're working on your stuff. So I said, bet, that's what I'm going to do. So I spent most of my time just working on it. Probably a few months of that, I said, bro, I'm doing this full time. I love this. This is what I'm doing, bro. And what I did was I jumped out, no safety net, bro.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, my peoples looked out for me, man. My sister looked out for me, giving me a place to stay. My parents looked out for me. My boys, my peoples came through. My parents paying my rent, bro. And it was like my parents were saying, you're going to figure this out, and we're going to support you. You know what I'm saying? My brothers and my sisters and my people's looking at like you, and they know me. Like once I set my mind on something, that's what I'm doing. You feel me?
Yeah.
So everybody realized, all right, we got you. So, bro, anything I needed, bro, I got it for the most part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then God provided too. So you can't take that out of the equation either. But I wouldn't recommend. If that's what you want to do, I support it. But I wouldn't recommend people jumping out there with no safety net, in the sense of like no other job, nothing, because it ain't sweet, bruh. When you got no bread in this country, bruh, people look at you different, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm college educated, and then I've got to take the bus. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to build this business. You know what I mean? 6 months ago, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I was working in this office. I was a professional. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't sweet out here. But you got to really believe what you believe in, because at the end of the day, for me, I was just like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get it done. And I just started studying everything, man. I was a sponge, bro. I was soaking up everything I could to really get the business going. And the thing about business is, if you run business for yourself, anything that you do affects the business. The way you see yourself, your confidence.
That's true, man.
Believe.
I don't mean to cut you off, man, but that's
that.
so true, man, because sometimes I deal with that here at the hashtag I am who I am podcast. A lot of people like to disrespect me, man. I can't even get no likes, man. Like today, I'm looking through even like people that live in your own house at a certain time in their life. They don't even like your stuff, but they'll like some other dude's stuff, and they got the same picture. So I understand exactly what you're saying, that hurt, that pain. I get it because I live with it, but I ain't mean to cut you off, man. Please keep going, man, because you telling nothing but facts. You speaking nothing but facts.
Bro.
Yeah,
so it's one of those things, bro. I don't think everybody should have their own business, but I think everybody could support a business or support a loved one doing their business thing. Yeah. Because it ain't for everybody, bro. It ain't, because you gotta look at yourself in the mirror every day. Like, did that decision hurt me? Did it help me? Or did it just keep me stagnant? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it comes down to, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. There's a lot too to be said about a safety net. Whenever you got a safety net too, you feel a little bit more comfortable to take the walk.
And, you ain't grinding the same.
No, you not. Cause that's me. That's me, ladies and gentlemen. That's me. Safety net, and I feel safe, but I know I'm not. That's what's funny about it. But like when you're back against the wall, though, it does create a different type of monster.
Oh yeah. Bro, when you said you don't know when your next check is coming through, you know what I mean? You see life differently, bro. You working on life on a 30-day calendar, bro. 30 days, bro. I made it this 30 days. I'm gonna make the next 30 days. Shoot, sometimes you can't even see past 7.
Wow.
It's just different, bro. It's just different. And so it's really up to you to make something out of nothing, man.
And that's, like I said earlier, man, maybe the hardest thing I've ever heard, man. Like it's bravo, man. I hats off, salute. Like,
oh man, no, it's respect, bro.
Cause that's what people don't understand. So talk to me a little bit about the good things, though. Let's talk about some good things about it.
Oh man, so yeah, man. So for me, it took about a good solid 2 years. For me to be able to support myself in a sense of with the business itself, because I was also being an adjunct professor. So, and then I would also substitute teach, and that would all help out. I love teaching, so it was always good too. But it took about a good solid 2 years for me to do that, bruh. Chad, after the second or third year, I looked how much I made, and I made as much as I was making when I was working that job, bruh. I said I ain't never going back. I said I'm never going back, bruh. Never, bruh. I said it was bruh, to the penny, bruh. This old check and what I made, I'm like, I ain't never going. And I made that on my own. Come on, bruh. And I had to pay that school taxes. I was gone.
Hey, man. Man. I don't even know what to say. Bruh. But keep talking, please.
Because it was like I did that in a sense, not necessarily saying that like I did it on my own, but I did it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, because when you said you saw the one check and it's what you made, you saw the check what you made, and you was like,
you better check reality. I was done, bro. There was no reason for me to go back, bro. There was no reason for me to go back, bro.
That's what's up.
Because I made in that 1 year when I worked that job and I made that myself in my business in that year, man. There's no reason to go back. But since then, and you talking about the good stuff, I don't like to boast or brag, but man.
Nah, you ain't boasting or bragging here at the hashtag I am who I am podcast. This podcast is strictly to motivate people to get off their ass. Like we got even a music video, Goya. Like the whole purpose of this is like ain't nobody gonna do it for you, ain't nobody gonna even try to help you. Like at the end of the day, you're gonna have to do it yourself. So me, I like doing podcasts. I like lifting weights. So that's what I'm choosing to try to do at first. And I say try, and I'm gonna cancel that because we're not trying no more here at the hashtag I am who I am podcast. We're just doing it and we're gonna see where the shit fall. And when it fall, then we're gonna try to do exactly what my man's saying do. But right now I'm trying to get it off strictly personality. And when it happens, y'all gonna be crazy. But let's get back to how you did it though. My bad, cuz I just had to go off on a tangent on that.
Bro, you are doing episode 69.
Yeah, yeah, man.
It's done, man. But since then, man, I've been able to, we've been able to get contracts and work in 10 different countries. I've been able to, so we're a network of 30 plus consultants. So we've been able to work with nonprofits, city government, state government, something for profit, whole bunch of communities. But we've probably touched and reached thousands of people. I've presented and presented at Harvard 3 times, presented at the United Nations. Man, at the end of the day, bro, I think also being there for my family, supporting them however I can, just looking out for them the way they looked out for me, bro.
Yes, sir.
So since then, bro, I took off in the sense of I had to believe him. I had to believe me. I also had to believe what God saw in me, what God put in me, and really running with that. I think for the most part, bro, is me being my purpose.
I've heard you mention God several times. In giving him credit for everything. So if you don't mind, if you could just go a little bit more into that, because like a lot of times, even like I know I've kind of forgot. A lot of people may have forgot. You see what I'm saying? Like it's real. Universe, God. Would you say they're the same, or you say it's God?
Well, I mean, I think it's up to the person, man. How you.
But there is a higher being.
Yeah, higher being, bro. Whatever you believe in, but I think it comes to the point of believing in something outside of you that helps you figure out who you are, that helps you figure out how to navigate this world. Which me and
you believe is God.
Right. For me, that's God.
For me too. For me too is God.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody may see it's this, that, which is cool.
Yeah. No problem. And I refer to it, the God as the universe sometimes. Right. I do. When I say the universe, I mean God. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like that's God. You know what I'm saying? Like because you gotta I guess you gotta kind of spoon feed people these days, like new versions and whatever. So sometimes you gotta talk a different slang. So I feel like universe is everything. That's God. You know what I'm saying? So that's my definition. But I could be wrong, you know what I'm saying? But God.
Right, bro. and whatever faith or belief that you have across the board, bro, all of them are about being your best self and helping other people, man. You know, that's across the board. That's all of them come down to, bro. Being your better self and helping people, bro.
Helping people,
and that's what I'm doing, man. And then for me, that's what it's about. And then my parents, I grew up in the church. My parents introduced me to God. And I mean, for me, it was just sort of like that was one of my best friends from knee high from the treehouse, you know, when I was real small, you know what I'm saying?
No, I hear what you're saying.
And so, also for me, Brad, I had when I was real small, I have a speech impediment, and so I didn't really talk much. Wow. And I really kept to myself, you know what I'm saying? So it was really one of those things where the only person I could communicate to was God, you know, in a sense. And then, so yeah, man. So that's been my homie since. And
we ain't got to say no more. Say less. You know what I'm saying? Say less.
That's it.
Yeah, say less. Say less. Ain't that what they say, man? Say less. But so, like, you talk about a speech impediment, man, and I don't want to hold you all night, man. I know we got other stuff to do. We got families. We got stuff to do. But, like, man, like, can you talk to me a little bit about, like, because you seem so fluent at, like, public speaking, man. You seem really dope at it. Could you talk to me a little bit about like kind of how you got started with it and how you know what I'm saying, you ain't got to take, you know what I'm saying, take your time, but You know what I'm saying? I know we got stuff to do, but like if you could just talk to him a little bit about that,
Oh,
because
nah,
because
you good, man.
what you do is dope, man. It's dope, man. So watch some of them videos, ladies and gentlemen. Like it's.
Oh man, I've been waiting to be on this podcast forever, so I'm gonna take my time.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, man. So I think for me is especially when I was young, at that age, you really had to practice talking. So your speech, your diction, enunciation. You feel me? So I had to be taught how to do that in a way in which it was clear for other people to understand, and also for me to be able to do that. And so we call it speech impediment in Haitian Creole. They'll say "longu lu," which means like you got a heavy tongue. Yeah, and so that being that, and then for me, what helped me was I got involved in youth leadership programs. So I was a part of in elementary school. I was a safety patrol, and also and from there I was a part of a youth coalition called the FIA, now known as Bar Youth Coalition. So I was given a lot of opportunities to be a leader, to practice being a leader, and part of that is communication. You feel me? So that, and also I was in theater, so that's where I really learned. All right, how do I express myself? How do I make sure I'm heard across the room? Where do I speak from? And so, but I think really for me, what really got me to come get out there, because again, I ain't really talk much. I taught, but I wasn't really talking like that. Or in public, my parents would tell you I was talking all day at the crib.
Ain't that
but it was really those youth leadership programs I was a part of, because you really had to communicate if you wanted to really change, make some change. Yeah. So it was practice, and there was one time, man. So, there was this one time that there was this youth banquet, and I was in ninth grade, and you have your MCs, and the MC didn't show up, and so I was new to the youth team, and they saw the potential, and they was like, "Oh, how about you be the MC, bruh?" And so I never MC a banquet before, and also having speech impediment, and also I have learning differences when it comes to reading and mathematics. And so
how old were you at this time when you was finna do this?
I was in ninth grade.
So about 14, 15?
Yeah, 15, 16, something like that.
Yeah.
And so, and I'm also dyslexic, so, bro, and I'm nervous. So I'm saying, they give me the script. Script was this big. Bro, when I tell you I bombed.
I would have bombed too. You said that big?
Bruh, Chad, it was horrible. It was so bad, bruh, that I could see the audience like hurting. Like they felt sorry for me, bruh. Like I saw some of my friends like bruh. It was bad, bruh. But what did it for me, bruh, was the fact that after that, my adult advisors pulled me to the side and they say, "You're going to be the MC next year, and we're going to help you become the MC that you need to be, bruh." Wow. that from there, it flipped for me, bruh, because they believed in me and they put in the work with me to get it done, bruh. After that, bruh, took off, bruh.
Oh, wow. And that's hard, because a lot of times, like what I deal with the podcast, with my YouTube, my internet journey, is like a lot of people don't see it because it hadn't happened yet to them in their eyes. But what they don't know is that it's already happened. It's already shining. It's already a big old light. And you're going to be the last one to come to the light trying to get it done. But I said all that to say, like, when you said people saw potential in you, gravitated towards you and was like, "Hey, let's fix this. Meet me this date. Let's get the work done. Are you willing to put in the work?"
Yeah.
Are you willing to put in the work? You showed up and you showed up and you showed up, and they took the time, and that's what networking. You mentioned that earlier. That's what all of that is. You got to step out, right? You got to step out.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Got to
sir.
get a reality check when you saw him cringing.
Check reality.
Yeah, you better, because like bodybuilding is crazy. Like everybody think they see this other person in the mirror. Apparently, women see the same thing on pictures. Like they just swole this body, this physique. But like it's not like it's like to be what you want to be. It's gonna take a lot of work. Like your lawyers, they just ain't lawyers not because you just met them. They put in so many years, so many works. Doctors, same, right? All of these positions. So what do you think your dream, your destiny is going to be? Right? It's going to have to take some years. Like if a lawyer or a doctor is going 8 years, 10 years, what you think to be the greatest rapper? Like everybody, life ain't the lottery. Yeah, you got your one hitters, right? Like, oh man, we made a hit, now we on. That happens, but that ain't you. That ain't me. Is it you?
No, bro. No, bro. I mean, once you at that, I mean, I didn't believe it, but now I'm experiencing it. Once you get to a certain point, bro, it's harder. It's more work to stay up there.
LeBron James?
Than to even get there, bro, because you got a target on you now.
So imagine how many people hit the one hitter quitter and can't stay. So it's it work, right? A lot of work gonna be involved. A lot of work, a lot of technique improvement. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be a student in the game, bro. That's all I'm always trying to figure out how to do better, bro. Always. After every talk, after this, I'm gonna sit there and think like, oh, I should have said this.
Me too.
How could I have said this better?
Me too.
Maybe, and once I see it, I'm gonna take notes, bro. Like you gotta be a student in the game, bro.
I watch them all, and I try to work on what I need to work on, and I try to set you up for the curveball if I can. Cause I like you to think that we're falling off, or is blah, 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 or the lighting was bad here, but then I just hit you again with a curveball. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you do, man. You gotta get started. Then you gotta walk through it as long as it takes, right? Is that what I'm taking from it? You gotta network along the way. Don't be scared to work with everybody. And then look at yourself. Take evaluation, inventory, right? You work the job, inventory. Right? And believe in God, right? Believe in God and finish it. Finish strong. But hey, man, I don't want to keep y'all name, man. Tell them where they can find you, man, if they want to know more or whatever, man. Whatever you got going on, let us know what's happening, man.
Man, you can find me a couple places, man. So you can, if you're looking for my business, Prosper & Partners International Consulting Firm, you can check us out on prosperandpartners.com. If you're looking for me, if we just vibe and want to kick it, I'm on Facebook, Colber Prosper. I'm on Instagram, Prosper Colber. Add me so I know it's real. If you're looking for my book, No Entry, at No Entry. Go by Colber Prosper on Instagram, also on Twitter, but I stay heavy on Instagram and on Facebook. So y'all catch me there, and you probably drop a what's up on LinkedIn as well. So Colber Prosper, Google me, I'm on there. Get at me.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And I really want to thank you again for getting on the podcast. It means a lot to me because like I said, the whole purpose of this podcast is kind of like, I remember as a kid, they said, hey, create a time capsule. And you put all this stuff in the time capsule, and then somebody's supposed to dig it up, and you're supposed to see everything that you've done. I don't know why they was preaching that, because I don't remember anybody that I know digging up anything, looking for something. Do you remember that?
No,
but maybe they were talking about the internet. Maybe they were talking about the internet, guys. Who knows? But what I'm saying is, like, I want my kids to find my podcast, and that's every single episode. My daughters, I pray they see every single episode, because I do this for them. I need them to know that there's other options. Whatever options they're going through, network, talk to people, and get it done, man. That's all you got to do. And push. But anyway, on that note, man, as always, this episode 69. I'll be back. Yeah.